When you get tired of dealing with your biggest problem child rotary car, what do? You retreat to your safe space, your stock platform 350Z that you just know is gonna turn on every time. I already feel better. I already feel like a more reliable person. We are going to be taking a break from trying to get the Sailor 7 RH7 car to run properly. It's at the point now where I really want Vargas to be here in person. That engine really does not have that much miles on it, and I don't want to blow it up doing something stupid. We tested injectors, we cleaned them, we fixed sleeves, we put them back in, checked the spark plugs, deflooded the engine, and it's just pouring fuel. Something's going on maybe with wiring, we think. Not really sure, and kind of at that point we're just getting uncomfortable to keep tackling it ourselves without someone like the Vargas brothers here with us. And they will be here very, very soon for the 3-rotor car. As much as I just wanted to take a few victory laps around the compound with Sailor 7, I don't think it's the smartest thing to do right now. Can't win them all. And you definitely can't win them all when it comes to the crappiest RX-7 that I own. I know that car can get sorted, but there is just so much work that needs to be redone. I put most of my time, effort into completely redoing the 3-rotor car, and I have yet to really redo Sailor 7 to the full extent that it actually needs. Bummer, but to make myself feel better, I decided that today I'm going to work on the Barbie 350Z. This is just my old reliable, you know? She's always there for me. Except for the time that the axle offed itself when I was driving on the way to the shop in the middle of the road, and that was very scary, but we don't talk about that time anymore. So I recently had the pilot bearing and the throwout bearing changed on this car, and she is now good to go. I just need to toe plate the front, and she is officially driftable again. That is the main reason why the car hadn't been on the channel, because I just didn't have time to get her running 100%, but that's all she needed. She needed some bearings changed, and now she is back in action. But today I'm going to be putting something on the car that I've actually had for a while. Voila! Today I'm going to be installing my Cooler Works short shifter on the Barbie car. This thing is so freaking cool. This is like a anodized-ish neon yellow green color. The finish on this is rad, and I've been wanting to put it in the Barbie car for a while. Just wanted to wait until it was driving so that immediately after I can go out and do some drifting to test it out. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. It seems like a pretty straightforward install. It comes with the plate that you'll need, as well as the hardware. I do know I'm gonna have to drop the transmission a little bit, but I'm gonna have to do that on the ground. So that's the only thing that might make this a little bit more time consuming, because I'm gonna just be working probably right there in the center of the shop, because my lift does not work right now. It doesn't seem like I have to fully drop the transmission to get some bolts that I need access to. You just need to drop it a few inches so you can get a wrench in there to undo like 2 bolts that I think are on the top of it. I'm really stoked to get this on here. I've had this Cooler Works short shifter for a while now. I just haven't had the time to put her on, but today's the day, so let's get into it. There's a chance I might have to cut car a little bit. We'll see once I get it installed, but it's gonna look sick. It took me a little bit longer to get to this point because I do have a bracket for my hydro that actually sits over the shifter on these mounting points right here. So I'm just setting that off to the side right now. Once you get to this point, I need to actually go underneath the car to disconnect the shifter. I like just barely have the car high enough right now. You can see the pink headliner from the bottom of the car. Ah! It looks like this boot has actually already been broken. This is the bolt that I need to loosen up, and this will disconnect the shifter from this like control arm right here. I also now know that I need to order a new boot for this. Voila. Now we're really at the only point that gets a little bit more complex, because I'm going to have to lower the transmission a little bit in order to get this shifter mount all the way off. So there are 2 bolts on each side of this that hold it onto the transmission that you can get from underneath the car. But then there are 2 bolts that are right on top. So we're gonna have to lower the transmission a few inches so that I can squeeze a wrench on the top there, undo those bolts, and get this shifter mount off of the car. Now this kit, you don't need this anymore, but we're still gonna be using the factory control arm and just connecting directly to that. And the kit, like I showed you in the beginning, comes with its own mounting plate for the actual shifter. So here's a photo of that shifter mount. These ones on the side, I think I can get access to just underneath the car there, but you gotta lower the transmission so that you can get to those on top, because we are completely getting rid of this big piece here. Oh yeah, we got plenty of room to get to those bolts that are on the side here. That is a little annoying, look at that. The lower bolt on the other side, it's like almost out, but there's this annoying tab in the way. Oh, that was really easy. There we go. If I have enough room to get the 2 top ones out, which I think I do. It's really hard to break it loose at this angle. Oh, I'm definitely gonna bust a knuckle. Okay, here's one. Now we just have one more to go. Oh my God, ow. Alright, we got our last one. Now we're done. I'm gonna go get Loctite to put on the bolts before I put them back in for the transmission mount. Secure that, and then I think the only other thing that I need to do down here is reconnect the shifter linkage to the control arm. But first, so we should be able to rotate this entire piece and kind of just get it out of here now. Get out of here. Need anymore, and instead we're gonna have this plate and then our new short shifter right here. I'll have to go into the car one more time to connect our shifter to the control arm, but that's it. is just a little bit more complicated because I'm trying to make this bracket for my hydro work with this. So far, I think I got it figured out. Underneath this bracket, there are these like tall spacers. But these bolts do still connect all the way to the bottom, even with this plate in. So I think I might be good. Now I'm still just mocking everything up. I might end up having to cut more right here out of this piece. I might have to lose the panic button with how high this bracket for the hydro and the bracket for the shifter put this entire mechanism, because I am not getting rid of AC. This is my one comfortable drift car with AC. All right, I am going to have to delete my hazard button right here. And it's really weird. I'm looking at photos of other 350Zs and they don't have the button here. So it just is straight across, and then there's clearance for our new shifter. So I don't know if this is a year model of my Z, why I have my hazard button there and other people don't. So I'm just gonna have to cut that. I'll just end up buying another center console piece that doesn't have the button right here. But before I do that and start cutting things up, I'm gonna go underneath the car, connect our shifter to the control arm, and then give her a little rip, test her out a bit. All right, we are at the moment of truth. I haven't tested it out yet. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm stoked to go out and actually drive this thing. I just want to drive it first before I end up cutting everything up and finalizing stuff. But the last thing that I need to set are the bolts that come with the kit that go in here side to side. Not only is this going to set our reverse lockout, but it's also going to make it so that right when you lift this, you can easily go into reverse. All right, everything is set. Hydro is mounted back in. Now let's go give it a test. Ah! Freaking Florida, bro. Well, it's the next day. I wanted to wait till the next day so that it was dry so I could go drifting. However, the rain is even worse today. So I've just decided that that means that I need to test out my new short shifter by drifting in the rain. That's what we're doing. Already I can tell them to love this thing. It has such a satisfying engagement to it. Ugh. Damn, you look like you're from Florida.
For what reason? Let me know those reasons.
The rain is getting worse. Worse and worse. We had to go move another car really quick and the raining just stopped.
Donuts? I thought you said that. I said.
Start with some donuts, and Chris did the most excited look on his face, thinking I'm talking about food. To a dog box, like when you put it in gear, I have noticed that I need to do it a little slower because it takes a little bit more force to get in gear, but the throw is so much shorter that it's just, I don't know, it's like very satisfying. stuff to fill it out, make sure everything is hooked up correctly.
We need one more pass. I just want to get some outside. Do one more, please. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Oh my Lord. I don't know if any of that footage worked, to be honest. I'm trying.
I think we're gonna call it. Everything feels good, so now I need to finish cutting this piece right here. This is all the AC controls, but I'm just gonna cut this up and make it work. Also, keep in mind that I have this bracket on the car, so if you're just doing this, not on a drift car, on a street car, or if you just have your hydro mounted somewhere else, if you didn't have that bracket, you won't have to cut as much as I'm gonna have to cut off, just because this is raised probably about that much because of this bracket right here. New short shifter, approved. I liked it a lot. I feel like a way more satisfying shifting experience. I will say drifting though, you have to be a little bit more deliberate with this one, but the throw is so much shorter that I don't mind it, and it's just really satisfying.
Low-key.
I pretend that I have a dog box in the car, even though I don't, but I feel like it. It kind of has this cool matte finish to it. Yeah, I love it. You'll be able to find this exact shifter on the Drift HQ website, so go give them some love, tell them I sent you. We're gonna finalize this install, and I'm looking forward to actually driving this on the track.
Okay, I don't know how you don't look busted on camera.
I feel busted.
I feel busted.
I feel
Bro, here's me. Here's me. You don't look busted. You look good. I'm from the swamp. She looks like Barbie.
I feel like a mermaid.
I feel wet.
She is all cut up and finished. I did go back and forth a few times making different cuts. At first I was trying to cut as little as possible, but because we already had this opening here from the hazard, it just looked weird when I was trying to bring it closer to our actual like shifter. So I just took it straight down like that. So obviously I'm gonna have to repaint this piece right here, but this is it, y'all. Once she gets some new paint on her, she'll be looking fresh.